And welcome back to my Let's Play of Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. So, seems like I gotta go back to the other side of the river again, because of course he had to be a jerk and go back to the other side of the river. And of course the boat crossings are seemingly very few and far between for some reason. I don't know why. I think that's a boat. But it seems like ever since that one car ride into Minneapolis, the game's just been freaking tweaking out, man. I don't know why. I don't know why. And yeah, I'm getting tired mainly because I stupidly, while I was off doing other stuff for a moment, I forgot to pause the game, and I realized I better pause this before I die again. Yeah, I say again because that happened one time because I didn't know. It's funny, when looking this game up, it says survival game. It's like, me use that in the loosest fucking term possible. But no, I only got 3 characters left, so... And realistically, other than a stupid death, I've done pretty good for myself. For the most part, not even struggling. Okay, so I'm on... Yeah, this is the eastern side. I saw the camp. Yeah, I see the campfire in the distance. Good, maybe this will be the end of his story. If so, then I can quick travel to the other side of the map and get the others. Whew. It has been a long journey indeed, but we may be free from the devil soon. I didn't know you could bet. It's funny, I still didn't know you could bet your word in a poker game, but yeah, I guess if you don't have the chips for it. Give my word. Here, take this knife. Do what? Do what? I'm sorry, do what now? But yeah, there's the Roaring Campfire, Chicago. Oh, damn, didn't I have a quick travel amulet to Chicago? I don't know. But what I do know is I got to... Hope to God that my mic doesn't pick that up. Well, if so, I can figure that out from there. Let's put a big freaking question mark. Let the words be yours. Yep, this is the end of your tale.
You want to know something funny? I've been misguided the whole time I've been speaking with you.
Have you?
I was in the library in Seattle and I found Ovid's Remedia Amoris, the cures for love.
Sounds like you're going a little...
advises against traveling alone to overcome a heartbreak, which is exactly what I've been doing for so long. I laughed, a wild, bestial laugh. They came over and kicked me out.
Nope. So you did the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do.
Sometimes I want to hear a sadness that resonates with my own. You know any stories like that?
Do I know any? I think I told you almost. Although Franklin's travels are pretty sad because he hides behind a mask.
That one was like getting locked out in the cold.
I mean,
nothing but your sorrow.
Yeah, it seems like you've become consumed with this writing thing.
For a long time, suffering and wretchedness was all I could see. It hurt my work. It's a blinkered view.
Hopefully he found peace.
To see past the storm clouds of my own mental state. Too
That's
many
the only
sad
thing.
words and they just flop around and die on the page. If I can recapture some of the highs and pair them with the lows, then I might be getting somewhere.
So are you looking to become...
Sometimes I want to hear
a better writer again?
That resonates with my own.
Honestly, I have no idea what you're looking for. Damn it. Did Rose... Did Cat... He knows your... Well, of course he knows his own story. Because of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
The tragedy in that story, it's real.
Yeah, no, it's real.
Poetry? This country, I learned several times over that it's full of suffering.
Especially in this era.
There's measures of beauty in it too. The trick is to be able to see both things, to perceive all things at once. Silas could do this to some extent. But I'm not
sure
that
really
even
told me who
the
he
entirety
is.
Of it in one stroke. These lands are just too vast for that. Alone, out here, I spend too much time inside my own
Have
head.
I used up all my hopeful
Can you tell me a
stories?
hopeful story to lighten my mood?
Have I used up all my hope? I think I probably did. Yeah, that and Ray's Lament could be hopeful, maybe. I don't know, but we're hoping.
I like
hoping.
that one.
Ha!
Makes me feel the way Silas used to in the old days. I thought that I'd get freedom from Buddhist attachment, Zen meditation,
From all these things, but
for some ineffable thing. What really kept me down? Only my own conceptions of things.
So letting
the
go?
Zen that Silas talks about contains the seed of his own disappearance from my life. I bet he'd laugh at that notion.
I'd
Last
still like
town
to
I
know who he
stopped in,
is.
I didn't have cash for the bookstore. Do you have any stories like those paperback adventures?
Wants a thrilling story. Little Ben's struggling in the Union is pretty thrilling, I'd think. Actually,
Exciting.
probably not.
Well, that's not the kind of thing I can
I don't
write,
think it
but
mattered.
I like hearing it told. Silas made
It's
his choice.
funny, none of those stories
hope he
match
is
up to
happy.
the emotions, but
Maybe
they
he
are,
and Pauline have
again,
something
they're
good
cheap
going on.
tickets. Maybe.
For a long time, I couldn't stop thinking about finding them in Frisco. I don't know why. To see if they really were happy together.
So that's what happened to
I'll
them.
let them be. They'll be driving each other crazy soon enough. Have you heard any scary stories in your travels? Tell
I
me
probably
one.
haven't.
I want to shiver.
I probably haven't already told you Fidelina's tale. Yeah, Jimmy. It's not really a scary story, but
you're
it's
good
Jimmy.
at telling these. It takes effort to make the scare feel real.
Well, at least I got the eye open.
Faith.
That's the important
I used to
thing.
have faith that the road would eventually take me where I wanted to be. Then
And
I
it
lost
didn't, did
confidence
it?
in that, and it turned out the road went nowhere. But that's led me
A
to
dead
an important
end.
realization. Now I say, yes, that's exactly it. The road goes nowhere.
Well,
It's an
that's-
enlightenment I know Silas would be proud
That's
of.
kind of a sad
When we
enlightenment.
first met, I asked you why you were on this road, but I was the one who really didn't
I'm out
know
here
why
because a
I
wolf
was
made
out
me.
here.
I don't know about you, but
Now I'm off again. This time to find a place to stay a little
so
while.
the wandering poet is hopefully
Not sure where
hoping
that'll
to settle
be just yet.
down.
I only know I want some place where I can see the water and watch trains go by.
I don't
Even
think
at
that
best,
place
I
exists.
still need to be near things in motion. They say the Dharma will end, like all things, and the time of its ending has already begun. So what is there for us in this world? Why should we stick it out here? I don't have a
For
great
hope.
answer to that, but I feel better than I did before.
That's
I
good.
love
It seems
Silas. I still love him. Love him like nobody else.
like it looks
But
like he's a
everyone
brother
goes
to
their
you.
separate ways in the end. We all have to wander.
Yeah, that's
See you around.
no. His story definitely resonates with me, but yeah, now we're done with his story, and we only have the two left on the map. So that means I need to go to not Nashville. No. I think Denver ought to be a good place to quick travel. And yeah, I'm only missing the two items from the other people. And she should be... I'm like, there's a fire over here. He has a machine over here. No, there's a fire. There's a big, beautiful roaring campfire. And if this is the end of your tale, which it is,
We were fortunate. We persevered. Everyone lost someone, and by the end of it,
oh, were you the ones who were
all
forced
felt
to
like we had
migrate
lost
across the country?
thousands of people covered such a small portion of land. Our people were not used to living in such conditions. That is where
But you're
we learned
forced
how
to.
to make fry bread from the rations given to us from the United States Army. Things at Tawildi only got worse as time progressed. And then we were given permission to
Yeah,
return
permission to go back to
our
your
sacred
land.
ancestral lands. We were told to be grateful for signing such a deal with the U.S. government, but we couldn't help but feel nervous about returning home. Would the land remember us? As great a distance as we were from the 4 sacred mountains, I never truly did feel separated from the birthplace of first man and first woman.
I don't think they were born there.
Some swore they could see Tadulza off in the distance. And sometimes I really could see turquoise radiating from the top of the mountain toward the cushion of the sky. No one could have imagined the journey homeward would be harder. But we had no
I mean, you didn't
choice.
have to, but
The
you
holy
chose to
people were
because
calling us home.
you wanted to go
Chicas, my
home.
friend, tell me a funny story. I am sure you hear many on the...
I think I've already... Yep. I'm not surprised. I don't want to use that. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to use that, because if you want a thrilling story, then that's the thing. I gotta be careful.
That
Although
one made me smile.
realistically,
You told it
do I
now.
have to?
The past.
Not really.
Looking back at the pain our people have suffered since the Bilagana invaded our homeland, Dinebeke has only brought negative thoughts that create sickness. As Dine, we must not forget the evil ways of this invasive country.
So you
But
have to
we must
find a way to
also
make peace
fight
with
this
it.
sickness before it infects our future. Shikis, my friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
You want a hopeful story? Have I told you? Ah, nope. I have not.
That was a good story. It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or from the
It's
land,
hope.
or
It's
from themselves.
people finding strength.
Freedom? The sun moves through the sky on an unrestricted path, but it has chosen its destination.
The sun doesn't really move, though,
It is
so
in
much as
sync
we
with
move.
nature and knows its destiny. Yet sometimes the most liberated one can be is in the company of another. Oh, my journey has been blessed as I walk this path with you, Shikis, my friend.
It seems like your journey is going to
Shikis,
end
my
home.
friend. Can you tell me a story that looks to the future with hope?
Did I already use up the other one? Yeah. But the good thing is I had plenty to fall back
The
on.
Dinka are like that too, strong in the face of
And I'm
adversity.
almost there.
That story
Almost to the
brings
end
me
of your
hope.
journey.
Family. We come from a line of warriors. We have
And
always known
you'll find a way to
be
survive.
resourceful. And from the seeds of corn that we found on our way back home, to the sheep that we heard on the mesa, to staring the colonizers in the face, we pushed forward against the odds.
And found a way to
Shikis,
survive,
my
right?
friend, can you tell me a story that brings strength to those who hear it?
Okay, so I've already used both of those. Definitely not hopeful.
That
None of my
was a
character
good
stories
story.
have hope in them.
It pleases me to hear about people taking strength from each other, or
I don't
from the
think she
land,
took any
or from
hope.
themselves.
Don't think she took any of that.
Bondage? Yes. The soldiers brought with them instruments that bound people to themselves. Not like a cradle board, not like a blanket wrapped tightly against the skin.
No, not...
This was
Oh.
cold, weighted metal that reminded the person that they were restricted from being a human being. It was grotesque, cruel, and unnecessary. But given all we'd been through, it didn't surprise us one bit. Shikis, my friend,
Look,
can you
so
tell me a story that looks to the future with hope?
I have nothing left with hope, but... And I've already told you just about everybody's stories. I could tell you hers. It's not hopeful in any stretch of the imagination.
Strong in the face of
I knew I
adversity.
already had the eye
That
open
story
anyways.
brings me hope. Heaven. They believe in the beauty way. We live our lives maintaining a delicate balance with the world. It is our
Very
livelihood.
delicate.
And because we pay reverence to who we are as a people, we have not faced the same fate as the Anasazi.
I'm guessing that must be another tribe who didn't fare so well.
Our story doesn't end here. The story is still being told. As long as our language, culture, and traditions are alive and evolving, we are actively
And the story,
telling
and as long
the
as you
story
keep that
of
up, the
who
story will
we
never
are
die.
and where we have come from. But for now, the story of the Wilty is finished. With beauty may I walk. With beauty before me may I walk. With beauty behind me may I walk. With beauty above me may I walk. With beauty all around me may I walk. It is finished in beauty. It is finished in beauty.
I had nothing to say for that, but hers certainly seems very hopeful. Very hopeful that her people's memory and traditions will be kept alive. Okay, so I need to figure out where I'm going. I don't know where Shiprock is. Paso, Santa Fe, DC, no. No, where was... Yeah. Portland might be the best travel point for me. And I don't believe I need to cross. So if I continue on my way, if I continue straight east, so I have to go east on this side of the river. So if I continue straight east, though, I'll find the guy. He's the only one remaining. I have come far, and his is the only story left to be told. Some have ended tragically, some have ended with hope. Actually, a lot have ended tragically, but there's some hope in some of them. But others, not so much. They kind of met a very, very sad tale. Like the poet going around, he has hope that he'll find some peace, it looks like. Her, on the other hand, she'll find hope that her people's stories will stay alive. Someone like the child Quinn, though, they not so much, because they can't seem to trust anyone but themselves. Because otherwise, other people just sort of turn on them. So if I keep going east, though, just gotta keep pressing onwards. We're almost there. Good thing sleep was the only thing I needed, and I was able to get that at a campfire. That's the benefits, like campfires are free healing. And it's a good thing I gathered up so many stories early on, because at least it gives me plenty to work with. Realistically, I've only needed about 30 out of the 100 and something stories I've picked up. But yeah, may as well. Just gotta keep... Yep, there's the campfire of the last survivor. That's pretty much what you are, the last surviving person. Whose tale has yet to be finished. But what happens when we do? Will the wolf be satisfied? Will the wolf... That's the thing. Will the wolf be satisfied with his tale? We'll find out. That's the one thing. We'll find out. Okay, so... I think this might be your...
I had me a wife,
but it's not your last
a baby
chapter.
Girl, but no livelihood. I tried my hand at my daddy's factory work, but I wasn't up to snuff.
I tried it,
For
but...
every bottle I filled on the line, I emptied my soul.
How
When
does
the
that
war
even
started,
work?
I figured I'd fight for my country, but they wouldn't take me on account of all those years reading. Couldn't see well enough. But the merchant marine,
Oh, you
they
don't
took me
take-
as I am. And then I had everything. But
So
you
it
know,
sounds like
the
you
books
were
I
happy
miss
to join the
most is
war.
the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
I certainly hope so. I already did the New Yorkers. Already did the boys, so I think your story will... You're going to be the trickiest one, just because you have another part
Leaves a
to,
warm
but...
feeling in your chest, huh?
I guess all I gotta do is
I had
just
a family,
complete both halves of
but
your
out on the
story, and
sea,
honestly,
good men all.
I'm gonna do it this episode
So
because
I
you're
miss
the only
them
one left.
blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like?
He wants thrilling. I got a thrilling one for you about a cowboy and a wild horse.
That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you. Trust.
Damn.
Thought I trusted.
That's the only
Louisa
problem with a
my
tier
heart,
4 heart is
but in
the
too
tier
many
3 one
ports, I
takes
learned
forever to
it's
fill.
hard to believe in someone who ain't there. But anyway, you seen anything good and funny out here?
Damn. Well, damn, he already... Of course. I'm more surprised when I haven't used that story up.
Ain't laughed like that in a while. My
I
wishes-
laughed at her story because
I don't know if
I'm
they
a
came
mean
true.
son of a bitch.
When I read those rags as a kid, imagine seeing distant shores. That was nothing compared to the real deal.
Seems
I
like
went
you did a
further
little
and
bit
saw
more
than any of
educating.
those writers ever did. But you tell me, What's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Anything good and exciting?
I probably saw something. Like the Thunderbirds. Hey, it's thrilling. It's not
My
real by a
blood's
long
pumping.
shot, but...
That's the kind I used to like as a boy. Freedom's tricky on
Gotcha,
the
we're
sea.
almost there.
As mariners, we never had a choice where we went or
You just
what
kind
we
of did what you had
But
to.
on the sea, I never felt as free from my daddy's eyes or as far away from those fields outside of town.
So you were happy to
Anyhow, you
be
got
out in
any
the
stories
Marines,
that
other
ain't
than the
looking
other
up?
guy. I think I've opened the eye, so...
Well, time to
So
get going.
southwest is where you're
I'm
going.
off this way when the sun rises.
That's fine.
But talking with you brings it back. The good and the bad. And the bad's what sticks. I died the day my ship was sunk.
Oh,
I felt alive on that sea with my brothers, knowing I was doing right
and I
by
guess
my
the boat
family,
got
my
torpedoed
future.
out the water.
Almost wish I never felt that way. Never knew what I'm missing now.
Looks like you
Maybe
want to go
I'll
back
find
to
it here
war.
at the bottom of this bottle.
Wow. Okay, so southwest is where he's going. Nope, that's northwest. Yeah, I see the campfire in the distance. If this isn't your last chapter, you'll be the first one to go to a tier 5, and that's going to be a very dangerous and tricky thing to do. I'll actually have to swap some stories out. I mean, it should be fine. Well, we'll see. No one's ever gone past tier 4. That's the thing. No one's ever gone past a tier 4 story, so this should be the end. And hopefully he's finding what he's looking for. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Seems like he wants to find purpose again. Is that what he's looking for? I don't know, but maybe we'll find out at his campfire story. So what do we got? Fly away? Mm-hmm. He's gonna fly away, all right.
Perhaps it sunk my ship, took most of my sight in the blast.
Well,
Came
damn.
home, couldn't work, couldn't read. But I could
So
drink. That I could do. Easy as falling off a log.
doesn't explain the bird.
And I could lose my family. I could do that too.
Don't need eyesight
Anyhow,
for that.
You got any stories that end looking up? I miss those hopeful ones.
Seems like you're another one who lost something though, but yeah, Shaw's life and times. It's not real. Again, it's not really hopeful,
Well, that one sure makes me smile.
but
Authority. I swore an oath to it. I
What was
swore
their oath to me?
follow my
To turn on
superiors
you,
to
right?
the best of my ability. But what was their oath to me? Where's their loyalty when I need it?
so kind of like the other
Well, you
soldier.
know, the books I miss the most is the hopeful ones. Got any of those?
So definitely like the other soldier though, where you gave everything and got back nothing.
Leaves a warm feeling in your chest, huh? My future. I got no pension. I got no family.
So really nothing.
You want to see my future? Buy me a bottle. But you tell me, what's the wildest thing you've seen on the roads out here? Anything good and exciting?
I don't know. I mean, I already gave you the story of the horse and the Thunderbirds, so may as well. I think that's the first time I've ever used up an entire card slot.
Ooh, tell another like that and you could write a good rag.
But hey, we're almost
Freedom.
done with you.
Yeah, I got nothing holding me back now.
So now you're just
Just
a wanderer
me
because
and the bottle.
ain't nothing left.
And the road. So I miss them blood-pounding adventure stories. You got any like that?
I do not. I do not indeed, but I got plenty of stories for you. I mean, that's one.
My blood's
Mainly
pumping.
of stories I picked
That's
up on the
kind
road.
I used to like as a boy.
Well, I got the eye
Doesn't
open,
matter
but
who
I may as
loved.
well just...
They're all gone now. I got a big old heart with no one in it. So I miss them blood
So let me
pounding
guess,
adventure stories.
did everybody
You got
leave
any
after
like
you
that?
came back? Again, still doesn't explain the bird. That's the weird thing, doesn't really explain the bird. It is funny though.
That's the kind of adventure that sticks with you. This country. Navy wouldn't have me, but the mariners would. Until they wouldn't. What's it say about a country if it breaks its people and throws them away?
Pretty much our country
Brothers
today.
left me. Wife and kid left me. Country left me.
Damn.
Spend our whole lives living for the future, never realizing that when it comes, we'll have been forgotten. Sorry, mouth is dry from all this talking.
Yep, seems like
I reckon I got nothing
seems
left
like
to
your
say.
story's come to an end. And a very, very sorrowful tale indeed, but so what's that mean though? We've told all 16 stories. Yeah, they're all complete. So Oh, the fuck? Ah, crap. So what does that mean? There's countless wolves all over the country, but I am very confused. I thought this would have been the end, but honestly, I don't know now, because there's countless wolves all over the map. And countless unseen stories, but no, I'm very, very confused. I mean, I got all the items. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna... No, I've gone a bit long thinking that this would be the end, but honestly, I don't know now, but I mean, the next chapter of our story leads us back to the wolf. What does that mean for us? I don't know, but we'll find out together. So in the meantime, though, if you liked what you saw, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.